Camera's on. Hello, everybody. It's going to take me a minute to get up here and get going. We are checking everything here. I'm running through everything, making sure it's all right. Okay, we're good to go there. So, okay, we're going to minimize this. We are going to, give me a second. This thing is extremely slow tonight. We're trying to get there.
Okay, we've
all
got
right.
Nita Sheps for her. JM, hey girl.
Yeah, hey guys, let me know if you can see and hear us.
Wow, it just flipped on me all of a sudden. I've got Weetree and JM. I know we've got a couple of moderators, so
There's
and Suburban. Okay.
Right.
No, we've got 3 moderators.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are here tonight.
Yeah, let me know if you can see us or hear us. That's the main thing.
All right, so I see Cat Lover, D, Grizz, All Things Good, House of something, Mike Miller, GMC,
Wow.
Betty, she's a bottler. She's a bottler is from overseas.
There, she's from, yeah, she is.
She's
from
a canner.
Country.
I'd never heard of calling it bottler, bottling, or bottler, whatever. And that was a new one on me. Southern Dutchman, High Desert Garden, Palmetto Paratrooper, Blue J-Bone.
I can't see them that fast.
Going Batty. I like that name, Going Batty. Miss Tammy, Hope Springs Eternal, Market Sunbird Acres, SG Woodard. Can see and hear you.
Okay, y'all. We're trying out new equipment tonight. We got some new cables and everything. We're trying to see if that helps.
And I will try to be still, but it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, I can tell that we're still having a little bit of issues, but it is one of those things, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've got to get my paper too. We've rearranged.
We've rearranged here just temporarily, trying to. We've got some things going on here in the house, so we've had to make a few changes.
And we've got Cockeyed and Amber and Breakaway and Miss Teen.
Jay added 4. I mean, there's a whole pile of them. I can't. There's
Michael.
No way.
I can see several. Oh, okay.
Okay.
You want to start on?
Gardening. Yeah, we've been gardening this week. I mean, the weather has just been phenomenal for gardening. We have started. We've planted our English peas. That's one thing that we've done. But I think before I start on gardening, maybe we need to talk about, or no, I guess we can go ahead and start talking about gardening.
You want me to put up now, y'all? I'm gonna be.
Yeah, we're going to be putting up some pictures, y'all. So if you lose us for a minute, don't let that freak you out, because we're going to be doing some things. Now, we've been planting English peas a couple of weeks ago, and I want you to take a look at the picture in the corner of the screen here. You can see the English peas are already starting to pop through the ground, so we're excited about that. They're up about 1 inch. That's looking good to us, so we're right on schedule. Seems like just the other day we were planting these things, and it was completely a year ago, but we really are excited about the English peas. Now, it's the time of the year in the southern part of the United States to be planting English peas, so that's why we've been doing it. And if y'all have watched our video, you can see the video about how we put up our trellis system and all that. Let's see. Grizz says, when is it time to plant macaroni? Oh, you can plant macaroni anytime you want. I'm not going to promise you a harvest where you live at, though, Grizz. Yeah. But we've got through planting our English peas. They're up. The trellis system, we're praying, works really, really good. So the other thing that we planted this past week was our Irish potatoes. Now, that's another thing that we're going to show you a picture here. This is the stage that our Irish potatoes is at right now. I went on the hill today, and I dug one of them up, and we just put these things in the ground, this week?
Saturday.
I
think before our live show last week.
Yeah, right before our live show last week, we put these things in the ground, and this is what they already look like. I dug one up just to look and see, so they've already started growing. They're putting on the roots. We're excited about that, and we're hoping and praying for a good harvest. And that's the people are kind of fretting at us and saying, man, you're a little bit early, but I'm going to tell y'all what, with the weather that we're having this year, I don't really know, to be honest with you, but we're going to have to take a chance anyway,
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you what, today it was 80 degrees here.
You see.
It was literally 80 degrees today. I'm sitting here with this shirt on here. I probably shouldn't even have it on because I'm
probably going to burn up.
It'll probably come off here in a few minutes because I'm just burning up.
And he does have a shirt on.
Yeah, I do have another shirt on. Yeah, we're not stripping.
We're not
stripping down here, But,
and I saw Scratch made it. Hey, Leslie and Danny, and then I saw Rain had made it. I'm not sure about Mr. Rain. I'm just checking in. Okay, now back to
the gardening stuff. So
we're going to the greenhouse.
We're going to go to the greenhouse because in the greenhouse, I'm going to tell y'all what. You see this picture right here? This is what Wanda and I have been eating out of our greenhouse. I'm going to tell you what. Siberian tomatoes and blueberry tomatoes grown in a greenhouse are the most awesome tomatoes in the world. These things have a taste like none other.
They're just kind of sweet. I mean, it's actual tomato taste. It's not the greenhouse like you get in town.
Right.
This actually tastes like a tomato.
Yeah, these things, I don't know if it's because, I don't know, maybe they're not exposed to the sun constantly and the temperature in the greenhouse stays a constant temperature and it doesn't fluctuate so much. So I don't know what it is, but even Tommy from Off Grid Nation, he ate one, and an Off Grid kid who doesn't even eat tomatoes.
Yeah, and he
ate one of them, and he talked about how good the tomatoes was out of this greenhouse.
So we're really excited. Now, Teresa Dean wanted to know, would snow peas grow around here? Because I think she lives close.
Yeah, snow peas will grow here.
You got to get them in kind of early.
But they got to be early. They're just like the English peas. They got to be in early. If you wait and put them in late, they will not do. They cannot stand any kind of heat.
Grizz said he had fish in his freezer for using as fertilizer. Now, that is an excellent.
That's an excellent. If you have a way to come up with enough fish to do that with, that is great. Now around here, I tried that for a little while, and the possums kept coming in and digging them up. But now that we have the possums under control,
it might work. Well, we even used, what was that? The fish stuff. It's a fertilizer that smells like
the fish emulsion type stuff.
The animals dug up everything we planted. They went right behind us digging it up.
Yeah. Okay. Miss Tyne 71 is asking, are they heirloom tomatoes? Yes. We don't plant anything here but heirlooms. So, anytime you see a tomato in our place, more than likely, unless I tell you different, it will be an heirloom tomato.
Was our greenhouse from a kit or a do-it-yourself?
It was a do-it-yourself. We put up the TuffTex panels, and it was a do-it-yourself. Now, I want you to take a look at one of the other things we've been growing in the greenhouse here.
These are bell peppers.
These are bell peppers. Put it back on. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm working on it.
These are bell peppers we've been growing in the greenhouse, and they are just phenomenal. I mean, literally, these things... Normally in the field, we pick them when they're green, but these we let go until they got red, and oh my God.
They are so sweet.
The taste of these peppers is unreal.
What would you consider late for English peas around here?
Where I live at, late for English peas would be now.
Yeah. But anybody a little bit north of us,
anybody in zone 7.
What, a week or
still probably has
till
another.
the end of February, maybe?
No, not to the end of February. Anybody in zone 7 probably has to the middle of February.
Okay. Well, we are almost to the middle of February.
Well, that's what I told you. It's now.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
And then I saw somebody was saying something about the greenhouse. We do have a series of videos where we built the greenhouse.
Yes, if you go back, we have step-by-step on building of our greenhouse. She's a bottler, said, are they in planters? No, they're not in planters. They're in containers inside the container, 47-gallon container pots inside the greenhouse.
Your daytime temperature and our nighttime temperature. The daytime's hot.
Now, the daytime temp here, the average daytime temp here right now is about 70 degrees.
But it got up to 80 today.
Today it got up to 80. Our nighttime temps dropped down in the 50s. So
now, if you're asking about the greenhouse temps,
the greenhouse temps
it's different.
stay around 60 at night and probably 80 during the day.
And this is another tomato,
Another pepper.
This is the
This is
Marconi's.
a red Marconi. It's an Italian pepper that we grow here. That these are green ones. They normally get red because the red Marconis are a very, very good pepper. As a matter of fact, it's one of the only peppers that we plant here.
Yeah, this is the Marconi's, and we've been letting these get red. Now during the summer we ate them green all the time.
Yeah.
I put a lot in the freezer, and this plant makes like awesome. It produces a lot. So
it's funny.
Yeah,
they
my
said your
head's
head
going.
looked like your head's right there. They said it looks like an apple.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all don't need to see me. Y'all need to see these vegetables. They're just too pretty.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Okay. The next one is, and all this is in the greenhouse.
All this is in the greenhouse, y'all.
Oh, this is what I picked today, guys.
This is what Wanda picked out of the greenhouse today. This was our blueberry tomatoes, our Siberian tomatoes, and our Marconi peppers.
There might have been a bell pepper.
And a bell pepper in there, yes.
I think.
So
it'll change in a minute.
Yeah, that is one of our, this is what we do every day. We go out and we go to the greenhouse and we go through the greenhouse and we eat this stuff fresh.
Okay, do we buy soil for the container or use dirt from the property? We have lots of sand. We mix
ours. Our place is predominantly sand here. And what we do is we go out into where we have trash piles pushed up and they're composting down. We dig that dirt up and we bring it, and then we go buy bags of organic dirt and we mix in with it so that we have a mixture of both of them actually in it. And then we mix a lot of rabbit fertilizer in the bucket with it when we're mixing it up. So it kind of helps us out there now.
And we put corn cobs in it.
And plus I put corn cobs in there. If you watch one of our videos, I show the layering of how I do the pot containers in one of our videos, and you'll understand why we have what we have. Now this here, we also grow cabbage.
This was kind of an experiment this time to see how it do.
Yeah. It's an experiment, like Wanda said. We didn't know how the cabbage would do in the greenhouse over the winter. But it looks like it's going to do pretty good. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful plant. Not having any problems so far.
Joey Chancey's saying something about the blueberry tomatoes.
He wants some blueberry tomato seeds.
We ordered those from Totally Tomatoes. If you Google Totally Tomatoes.
And go and look at the Indigo series tomatoes.
Yeah, Indigo series. And the blueberry is one of the 5 or 6 in that series. But all of them are good in that series. Red bell peppers.
Are they female? 3 or 4 knobs on 3 or 4 knobs at the bottom.
I didn't look. I just ate it. I'm sorry.
We don't pay any attention to male or female or anything. We just eat it.
It was just good.
They were so sweet.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure about that one.
Yeah.
Okay, and
let's see. We're going to show you. Let's see. What was the other things?
Moringa.
Okay. This is other things that we have in our greenhouse. Our moringa trees are blooming in the greenhouse right now.
This is awesome. Y'all, I didn't know. I knew they ought to bloom, but I've seen people's moringa trees, and I've just not really seen anybody with one blooming. Yeah. And I walked out earlier this week, and this one, I don't know how well you can tell, but up in the corner is a beautiful bloom. They're white.
It has a white bloom that resembles a citrus tree. Matter of fact, it looks just like a citrus tree bloom to me. Susan Sullivan says if it's sweet, it was a female. I'm going to take your word for that. It was very sweet.
So, but yeah, the moringa's doing great. We have about 5 trees, I think, and they're all looking really good, but this one is actually blooming.
Yes, Debbie, that was a cabbage that you saw in that one back before then. Now,
in the yard.
Now we're going to take you to our yard. This here is one of our rosemary plants here. In the yard, the rosemary plants are beginning to bloom because it's just so cotton picking warm here. They are just literally doing well. Now, She's a bottler asking, what are they used for?
What,
The
moringa?
moringa. The moringa's used to fight arthritis.
And somebody said, where do we get our moringa trees? Miss Teen, a lady from a county over,
Yeah,
right?
one county over
She
from.
brought them to us last summer. She brought us 5 of them, and they're all living. And we do have moringa seeds in our seed giveaway that's coming up. We're giving away a few of the moringa seeds that we have because we'll never plant that many. So that's going to be part of our seed giveaway this week.
Yeah.
So, but the rosemary, we use a lot of rosemary.
We use a lot of rosemary. When we cooking our chicken or anything like it, we use a lot of rosemary. We dehydrate it, we dry it, we put it in coffee grinders, we grind it up into powder. We use it all kinds of different ways on everything that we eat.
Yes, and we have how many rosemary?
Oh gosh, I don't even know how many.
About 5 or 6,
yeah.
and they're huge trees. They're bushes. They're not little plants.
They're not little plants. They're probably chest high. They're big, beautiful plants.
And I even dehydrate it and keep it all summer, even though I use a lot fresh.
Yeah, we use a lot fresh, especially if we're going to be baking a chicken now. Now, the picture you see here that's coming up is the one where we have taken on a chore of extending our permaculture more on our homestead here. We're actually putting more apple trees in the ground. Wanda and I are, the only reason it looks like this is because the screen's pulled down where I can see how many watching.
Gotcha.
We're actually planting apple trees on our property here. We put 2 more in the ground today. I dug up my rootstock today. What did I have in that trailer? About 9?
I don't remember, 9 or 10 you said.
9 or 10 more apple trees today, getting them ready to go in pots, so I'll be grafting them in the next month or 2.
Do we get ants in the greenhouse, and what can be done for them?
Yes, we have ants in our greenhouse.
We
As a matter of
did
fact,
today.
we did today.
First time I've really seen any.
It's the first time we've seen them, but they've been in there today. And the only way we get them out is we start flooding the pots with water. You start flooding them with water and they leave. And I keep seeing somebody talking about Choctaw. Is this Choctaw, Mississippi? Because I used to live right there next to Ackerman. And I've hunted in the Choctaw Reserve, Choctaw Trails. I mean, I don't know if y'all talking about up there around Lake Choctaw in Mississippi.
I'm not 100% sure. But that gives you a little bit of idea of some of the things we've got going on. The grass is actually growing.
Yeah,
we have
actually,
green
we
grass.
have green grass here, and today I had to start looking at what we're going to do about a lawnmower because it won't be long. We'll be having to mow the yard.
Yeah, we had, I put on Instagram a couple of days ago saying, look at what is this green stuff? Because it's about an inch tall, 2 inches. So
okay, they are talking about Choctaw Lake.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Ginger Rose lives here in Mississippi.
Okay.
And then we have azaleas that are blooming all over the place.
Yep, we have azaleas everywhere.
All our trees are budding out. The leaves are budding on everything. Our huckleberries have blooms on them. I have a picture of that. I didn't put one up here tonight. So I think we about covered most everything that we got done in the garden update.
Usually, well said, they live in Tennessee and had to cut their backyard a week ago. That's what I'm telling you. This weather this year, y'all, I'm jumping out on a whim this year, and I'm starting to plant stuff early because the El Nino is gone in the Pacific Ocean, and the only thing that bothers me about that is we can get a polar vortex dropping in here at any time because there's nothing to keep it north of us. But at the same time, I'm a little bit nervous about waiting because I'm afraid that we're going to run into some really warm weather for a long period of time, and it's going to be too warm for stuff to grow that's cool weather stuff.
And I saw somebody talking about clover. Now, our clover was doing excellent till he turned the pigs and the sheep in there.
Yeah, I turned
and they've eaten almost all of our clover down.
Our clover was probably 1.5 inches tall, getting ready to just take off, and I turned the sheep in the field, and they eat all of it down. The pigs eat it all down, so we're probably not going to have much clover.
Debbie is asking, what do huckleberries taste like? They're like a mini blueberry. They're real tiny.
Yeah, real tiny.
About the size of a BB.
Well, it depends.
A little bigger than a BB, maybe.
Yeah, they're not very big.
And I forage for those. We have them all over the woods, and we planted several of them in the yard, so we have them everywhere. And I make jelly with it, and you can make pies or whatever, just like you would a blueberry.
Okay, somebody asked, was a pecan trees budding here? No, the pecan tree is the last tree here to bud.
Yeah.
When the pecan tree buds, you can say the frost is gone in South Mississippi.
Okay, I wanted to mention one thing. I'm
Okay.
having this week, we're going to be in a collaboration with a couple of different people. One of them is Rain Country Homestead. It's going to be an herb collab. Tomorrow, Heidi is putting her video up, so y'all check out Rain Country tomorrow with her herb video. I'm not sure, what everybody's doing with it. And she'll have a list of people, and mine will go up Monday or Wednesday. I'm not sure yet. I've not really finished with it, so be looking for my herb video sometime this week. And then the other one is with Tommy and Patty Alderman at Alderman Farms. Look for our video on Tuesday, which is Valentine's Day.
Yep.
And then go to Tommy and Patty's channel, Alderman Farms, and check out Tommy and Patty's video. And then from there, we're going to get together and do a video. But this is our intro to our series that we're going to be doing with Tommy and Patty. And it's going to be dealing with marriage.
Yes.
We are married, right?
Yes, I hope so.
And they are married. So we can talk about this subject.
Somebody asked a question, have I done any videos on the subject of grafting? Yes.
Yes, we do have some.
I do have some videos up on grafting. They were done last year.
Apples?
Grafting apple trees.
I think it's called grafting apple trees, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll show you the different ways that I graft trees.
Okay.
Is it snowy and slushy in your area like Idaho hillbillies? No, we have no snow and no slush here.
It was 80 today.
It was 80 degrees today. And it's going to be 80 degrees again tomorrow.
Yeah, South Mississippi's always warm. I mean, we get a little bit of cool. We might get a snow, every few years?
Every few years we'll get one snow one time of the year, and it usually falls late in the year. It usually doesn't come early.
Like March or April, and then it's gone in 2 days, and we don't have any more.
Okay. Let's see here. Blackberry taken.
I see wild blackberries. We have lots of wild blackberries.
We have lots of wild blackberries.
We have the tame blackberries. We have blueberries. We have raspberries, strawberries, huckleberries.
There's a lot of berries on this place. I can tell you that. That's all I know.
I do a lot of berry picking in the spring and summer.
Yeah.
So, but
hey, Oki, glad to see you on here, man.
And I see Tim Beverly.
Good video on planting the onions. I tell you, I watched that video. I always like to see people when they plant onions, because that's the one thing that I love to plant. I love onions, man.
He's trying everybody's methods with onions.
We have the worst luck here with onions. I don't know what it is, but we have. And I'm looking at everybody's video on onion planting.
Miss B Lady said, we love marriage 30 years plus. Congratulations.
Congratulations on
Danny
that.
and I are going on almost 4.
We're almost on 4 years. We've been married our whole life, just not to each other.
We wish we'd have been married.
Yeah, we wish we'd have been married our whole life to each other.
It would have been nice.
Okay, can I plant my potatoes now? I live close to Birmingham, Alabama. Yes, you probably can. It's just that pay attention, because if all of a sudden you get a freak freeze come in, you're going to have to cover the little plants up if they start popping through the ground, because it will freeze them and sour them. So just, you just be careful.
Okay. Now, do we want to start talking about your videos? Number one.
I forgot all about our videos.
Okay. I guess I get to start talking about
You have to talk about your food videos first.
Yeah, I'm glad a lot of you guys checked in with my food series on what is it like to eat at Deep South Homestead. We had so many people talk about how to use canned goods and things like that. So I use my food storage. And tonight I want to give you a little bit of a 10-day preview of what it was like for us, what we used. I'm going to give you at the end of the month the 30-day, what am I looking for? What word? The whole thing.
I was reading the comments.
Quit reading comments now.
Okay.
No, at the end of the month, I'm going to give you what we have used for the month. But right now, I'm giving you the 10 days, because I sat, look, all day.
Here's your camera right here.
Here and here.
Yeah.
We used a lot of stuff in 10 days. I don't know
Yeah,
what it's going to be to do 30 days. It's going to be crazy.
she was freaking out over the amount of eggs we eat.
Y'all, in 10 days, 75 eggs. Can y'all imagine? I mean, do y'all eat that many eggs? We eat 75
We ate
eggs.
75 eggs in 10 days. That's why we have chickens. We couldn't, I mean, if you go to buy that many eggs, you know.
I mean, 10 days, 75 eggs. I was
Yeah.
just blown away at how many eggs we did. And then out of our jarred stuff, our stuff in the freezer, we used 12 jars of different things. We used 8 of the bags of frozen stuff that we had in the freezer. One thing, we used approximately 2 chickens, 10 pounds of beef, 1 pound of pork, and 1 pound of pork sausage, and 1 pack of deer meat. Okay, guys, that's a lot of meat in 10 days. So, I mean, we're going to have to do a lot of come to Jesus meeting with the meat.
Well, that's what I tell you all about. If you're gonna call yourself a homesteader and you're gonna say I'm gonna be sustainable and I'm gonna live off my land, then it takes a lot of food. That's why Wanda and I have done this, because we had a $200 cutback on our income, on our what we usually set aside to buy groceries with, and now we're having to really go back and rethink. You know, $200 a month off your food source is a lot for us, because we normally don't spend but $300 to $400 like it is.
Yeah, and the one thing I was really shocked with, okay, we're talking nobody, I've not seen anybody do this, and when I started calculating it today, I was kind of shocked. Water. Water is a necessity on a homestead. And if you know, if you're going to be using water, I'm not talking about washing dishes, I'm not talking about taking a bath, I'm not talking about watering the plants. I'm simply talking about the amount of water it takes to drink and to eat or cook with.
Cook with, put in something when you're cooking.
We used approximately 25 gallons of water in 10 days just to drink and cook. That's a lot of water to me. Just, I mean, if I had to tote water, I mean, in 10 days, I would have been hauling gallons of water back and forth for a while if we had to go out to the hand pump.
Yeah, if you're going to have a catchment system, or if you're going to hand pump it. Now, this doesn't include water for animals or anything like this. This is water. We sit down, we keep a record every day of how much water we drink, how much we put into stuff when we're cooking, and that 20-something gallons of water for 10 days is what we use. Now, if you're going to be sustainable in a homestead, then you need to know these things.
Yeah, and with the water, I was just kind of blown away, because Danny doesn't do the gallon of water per day, but he probably drinks at least half a gallon.
I drink about six glasses, 6 to 7 glasses a day.
So it would add up.
It adds up. It's not far from that.
And I drink 3 to 4 according, because I do drink my herb teas. I drink coffee in the morning. I drink juice more. He'll drink juice on occasion, but he drinks water almost continuously. No coffee, no teas, no nothing.
Teresa Dean said, Danny wanted to add fillers to your meat dishes. I only spend a maximum of $450 a month to feed 6. Teresa, the reason that we have to have so much meat is because I have a physical issue that I have to have a high protein every 2 hours in my body. Mm-hmm. And if I don't, I get physically extremely weak and exhausted feeling, because since they took my gallbladder out, I don't know what's going on with my body. They won't tell me what's going on with my body. I don't think they know what's going on with my body. But I've got to have extreme high protein every 2 hours in order for me to function. And as much work as Wanda and I do around here, I am eating constantly.
Yes, he does. He eats a lot. So that's why we have to have so many eggs and so much meat. And we're not up to par on our meat yet.
No.
We did he did butcher one chicken today.
I butchered a chicken today. I turned my chickens loose to free range, and that joker, time I turned him loose, he went over the fence and went straight to our new planted garden where the English peas was. And with me, you get one chance with me. You get out, you die. You know, and he got out, I chopped his head off. So he went to the pot.
Yeah, and
I don't have to. Oldest Dirt says, or am I using the moringa? I don't have to use the moringa. I went and had a blood test done. I have zero inflammation in my body. I have almost zero cholesterol in. I have a little bit of cholesterol. It's not zero, but it's up. It's well within the safe range.
Everything's perfect on him.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be sick. The tests say there's nothing wrong with him, basically.
As Teresa's saying, I need something like Ensure or more nuts. I eat almost a cup of pecans a
That's
day.
the other thing, pecans.
Yeah, that's
Let's
one thing
see.
that breaks us financially just about is I eat so many pecans.
He ate in 10 days about 5 cups of pecans and 6 cups of pecans in cookies. So that's 11 cups of pecans in 10 days.
10 days. And she's saying that I need to eat beans. And I have an issue. I can't eat beans. If I eat beans, it messes with the rhythm of my heart. My heart goes out of rhythm real bad if I eat beans. Now I can eat green beans. I can't eat things like butter beans and peas.
He eats.
I eat English peas and green beans. That's the 2 things I found that I can eat. But if I eat butter beans and peas, my heart will go out of rhythm tremendously bad.
Yeah, and he will eat some of the butter beans and he will eat peas, but it's like sporadically, once every couple of weeks.
Couple of spoonfuls at a time. You live in the South and don't have tons of pecan trees? Well, no, because the hurricanes have blew them all down here.
Now, here in the town we live, there are pecan trees everywhere. This town was a pecan orchard.
Yeah, the whole town was.
Yeah.
But the people here would rather run over them with a lawnmower and chop them up than they had to give them to somebody.
Yeah, so we just purchased. And Ethan from Off Grid Kid brought us some. And so Danny's done hauled those out, and we've been making some cookies with that.
Yeah.
But in overall, what we did with our eating this time for 10 days, to actually go buy meat's going to be the biggest.
Meat is our biggest purchase right now.
We don't use much sugar. I think 7 cups of sugar in 10 days. And that's pushing it. I'm not sure I quite used that because I was trying to calculate.
A lot of that was baking.
That was baking.
Yeah, it's all baking because I don't put sugar in anything.
No, we don't put sugar in anything, but if I make like the sweet potato casserole or sweet potato dessert. The cookies, what else did I make?
You make the brownies, the breads.
The muffins.
The muffins.
All those things have they call for like a cup or a cup and a half of sugar, and I cut it back to anywhere from a half to 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So I'm not using near the sugar it calls for.
Rough Hewn Homestead said, I'm cracking pecans as I watch this. Oh man, I love cracking pecans.
Yeah, he would be coming over there.
If I had a way to come sit beside you right now and crack pecans with you, I would do it.
Can you plant any of the pecans that Off-Grid Kid gave you? No, because he's done cracked them
all.
No,
I done cracked them all. You give me a pecan, it don't last. And plus, at my age, I'm not going to live to see a pecan tree produce pecans if I plant one, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, we have 2 in the backyard, and they've been here, 10 years or better?
I know they were 10 years old when I bought them. So
I know, but they've been here.
But they've been here 10 years, and we got 12 pecans off of them this year. So
not many.
So, but anyway, this food thing has been, has been a big eye opener for us. Since we had to cut back on our income, we've realized that we've got to up our game on our homestead here. We've got to raise more food. And more, we're gonna have to do something about meat. I mean,
we did kill a deer this time, and we've gone 3-4 times.
We went 3 or 4 more times, to go deer hunting, but we haven't seen another one.
They come out at midnight, y'all.
Yeah.
And number 1, it's illegal to kill them at midnight, and number 2, I'm not staying up till midnight to hunt a deer. So, until we can get them coming in the field during the day, and deer season's almost over. And we've went.
Well, yeah, it is just about over.
We've went several times, but in the past week we kind of got religious with it for a few nights. We stayed till the sun went down because I like to watch the sun go down, and it is gorgeous. So we go over 3 so in the afternoon. Stay till the sun goes down, which is 6:30.
Somewhere around there, about 6:30.
Something like that. It's getting later. It was the first time when we first started going hunting, it was getting late at dark at 5:15?
Yeah.
Now it's like 6:15 to 6:30. So the season's almost over, so we might get maybe 1 or 2 days this week.
Yeah, a lot of comments is a question. A lot of people, Mike Miller says rabbits are high in protein. Yes, we have 14 rabbits right now that I got to butcher in the next week or so. So that's one thing we're going to be adding to um our thing here. Will black walnuts grow here? Yes, I have a black walnut growing in a pot out here. The only problem with black walnuts is black walnut roots give off a chemical into the ground that prohibits the growth of anything around that tree. So if I plant this black walnut I got to put it in the back corner of our property somewhere because our property is a literal landscape of edible foods and you can't plant them and have anything growing next to them. And plus, at my age, I'll probably never get a walnut off of it.
Yeah. And I think somebody must have asked, did we eat pork? Yes.
Yeah.
Danny eats limited pork.
I eat limited amounts of pork.
He
If I eat
will.
a lot of pork, my heart will go out of rhythm.
Yeah,
so.
he will eat a pork chop occasionally.
Only if it's a pig that I've killed my own.
Yeah, and then he will eat bacon, sporadically. We do not do it every day. So pork is like a real limited thing for us. We do have the pigs.
We have pigs, but they're mainly for cleaning our land up.
Yeah.
And keeping it under control. Ginger Rose says there are plants that will grow under black walnuts. There are a few plants, but they're very limited because of the chemical that the tree roots give off. They're like eucalyptus. If you planted a eucalyptus on your property, it will eventually take over because it gives off a chemical also in the soil that prevents the growth of anything around it. I mean, you have to understand these things when you go to do permaculture. You've got to know what trees you can plant on your property that will not become invasive and actually take a piece of property over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lentils.
Can I eat lentils? I can limit it in limited amounts. I can eat small amounts of lentils. I can't eat large amounts of them.
Okay, spud time.
Spud time.
You kind of talked about your potatoes already.
Yeah, we done a little bit. I mean, we planted our Irish potatoes this past week. We got them in the ground. Last year we planted 40-something pounds. We harvested 400-something pounds. We realized that we need to up our game a little bit this year, so we planted 60-something pounds. So we're going to see how many potatoes we get out of 60-something pounds of potatoes.
Yeah, and two, the potatoes were kind of weird with the little potatoes, so we're kind of iffy on how much that's even going to make. Do we like hickory nuts? We have one hickory nut tree.
I have one hickory nut tree on the property, and I got the hickory nuts in my dining room right now that's got to be cracked.
Yeah. So now.
Oh, Junglone. Okay, Okie Rob put up Junglone is the chemical that walnuts put out. Yes, I couldn't think of that word. I just thank you, Okie, for putting that up. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay, so porch time. You talked about tools.
I talked about tools on the porch time this time. I talked about how that the tractor, depending on your land and how much you have and what size homestead you have as to what tool is the most important for you. It's really going to be up to you as to deciding which tools are most important for you because you got to determine what you're going to do on your homestead and what you plan on doing and how many acres you have. To us right now, a tractor is probably one of the biggest tools on our homestead, and we could really use one with a front end loader with our health getting like it is, and we're needing to move dirt and stuff and move things around.
That's going to be our biggest looking toward purchasing at some point in the future is a tractor.
Is a tractor with a front end loader. We have a tractor now, but we need one with a front end loader.
We went and looked at one, and we've actually looked at two different kinds.
Yeah.
We went a couple of weeks ago and looked at another one. And we're going to keep on looking right now till we make up our mind exactly which one's right for us.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to drive it, and he wants one that is easier on him.
Backyard Homestead said, Danny, we had potatoes growing out of our seed potatoes like yours did. That's amazing. I have never seen that before. As many years as I've gardened, that's the first time I've ever seen that. We went ahead and planted them. A lot of people posted some links that says that they won't grow anything. I went over today and looked in the field and dug one of them up, and they're actually putting on roots. So we're gonna see. We're gonna leave it for a little while and see what happens. But if I realize at some point that they're not actually going to do anything, I'll go ahead and plow them up and replant something else there. But this is an experiment for us. I'd rather do it now than I had in a life-changing event. I want to know. I want the wisdom. And I want to know it from experience, not from what I read somewhere.
He said first time, but they planted them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just going to see.
I'll tell you what, Backyard Homestead, keep us posted on what you figure out on yours and how yours do, because we're going to keep a documented journal of ours. And
we'd like to know how yours does
yeah.
too.
I love it. I want to know.
You can't beat
potato juice mixed with orange juice. It'd be a high starch, I can tell you that.
Wow.
It'd be a big sugar. It'd be a real big sugar thing, I can tell you
and
that.
JM at the Nut House said, do you plant jungle peanuts? Yes, ma'am, we did last year. You know that.
You know we planted your jungle peanuts. We showed them on a video.
And we've got more to plant this year.
Yeah.
We just we're rearranging where we planted stuff from last year. And we're going to plant some more this year.
Oh, there's my girlfriend. She popped in. Hey, Amy. How you doing, sweetheart?
She's late. Yeah, but better late than never.
Better late than never, girl.
Okay, so tool time. Your most recommended tools would be on a homestead. If you can't afford a tractor.
If your homestead is not big enough for a tractor, then you need you need hose. You need like the Hoss seeder. I talked about that Hoss seeder and Hoss double wheel hoe. I'm gonna tell you what.
I got it. Potato juices vodka. I didn't get what he was meaning either.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Grizz. It goes over the head.
Yeah,
sometimes.
but the Hoss seeder and the Hoss double wheel hoe is the two most important tools. I'm gonna tell you. I've got other kind of push plows and push planters and stuff like that. Nothing holds a candle to the Hoss tools. I'm telling you. I'm not saying this because they told me to say it. I'm telling it to you because it's the truth.
Yeah, it works really, really good. And I like it because I can handle it.
Yeah.
I don't have to wait on him. If I need it, I can pick it up, roll it. You can roll it around wherever you want. It's easy access. Yeah.
Hey, Tommy.
Better late than never.
Good to see y'all on here, man. But yeah, the Hoss tool in a grid down situation or any kind of life-changing event where you couldn't get fuel for tractors or anything like that, and you got a smaller garden, say maybe a quarter of an acre, even to a half an acre, the double wheel hoe and the Hoss seeder, I'm going to tell you, the two.
Save time.
That is the two most invaluable things you'll ever buy in your life.
Do we ever plant ground cherries?
We can't grow ground cherries here. It's illegal.
What are they?
Remember we looked it up that time?
I don't remember.
Yeah, they plant them here because they went around.
They were evasive.
They were evasive, and the forestry services made it illegal to actually plant them in the south here where we live at.
I'm not even sure what they are exactly. I remember us doing something with it. All right, this door for our remodel job. You guys, yes. I won't let nobody see except people that visit right now what our remodel job looks like. But it's getting closer.
Yeah.
We have the pipe. We're going to be putting in the pipe this week. He's got the painting done.
Yeah.
Done.
We're going to be making a video on the actual building of the trim work on the inside. I'm sitting here looking at it now. The only reason we hadn't put it up is because I haven't finished painting it yet. I've got every coat on it. I got to go back and do a little bit of spackling, touching up nail holes, and putting the final coat of the paint on it, and it'll be ready to go.
Yeah. So he did the door this week. He put that up.
Yes.
And we'll put up probably which one, the stove arriving or the trim?
The trim. The trim's going to go up next.
The trim will come. We'll show you the stove arriving, and we'll show you the putting up of the pipe.
Yeah.
And then we will be through.
We'll be through, and we'll be able to build a fire in this thing if it ever turns cold.
We're building a fire whether it turns cold or not.
I told her, I said, when we get through with this remodel job, I don't care if it's 100 degrees outside. We're going to build a fire in this thing because I'm going to say I had a fire in this heater this year at some point.
Oh, so they're saying ground cherries are like tomatillos. Now we plant.
Yeah, we plant tomatillos here. We grow tomatillos with no problem whatsoever. Yeah. They grow really, really well.
I make a good salsa with that.
So is there anything I can plant to keep field mice out of the vegetables? Mint.
Mint works really good.
But the only problem is if you plant mint in your garden, it's evasive. It's going to try to take over.
It'll work. It'll go everywhere. Okay.
When will you plant the top ground potatoes? JM says after all danger of frost is gone, because it is a squash actually.
What are we doing with the old heater? It's going to the shop, and he's got a heater in the shop.
I have a heater in the shop that I'm going to be selling. It's a small Vogelzang. It's the smallest one Vogelzang makes. I'm going to be taking it out of the shop and selling it because it's in perfect condition. And I'm going to take the one out of the house and put it in the shop.
Okay. Now, a bird's eye view. I'm going to run out of time.
A bird's eye view. Oh, our neighbor took a drone and flew over our property for us.
Yeah.
And did some drone work for us. Now, it's not exactly what I wanted because he's actually new at flying this drone. So we're going to actually be taking and maybe getting some more shots in the near future and trying to get a little bit better.
Especially when everything buds out and blooms.
When it's green and we've got crops growing everywhere, we're going to try then to
get a really good spring video when everything's up and going.
Yeah.
And it'll look really awesome. But Madtabula rasa, is that how you say it? I don't know. That's his name. He's learning how to play around with the drones. He's going to be doing.
He's going to do drone work for an income.
Yeah.
Like a side job.
So, and he's also a photographer. He's the one that did our American Gothic pictures.
Yeah.
Really good photographer.
He's really good. Good night, Sheps. Glad to have you on tonight.
And plus, he's also a computer geek. Just saying. So,
Grizz says he wants an armed drone for hunting season.
Hey, that's man, look, idea.
If I had an armed drone, I would be taking out some deer now. That's for sure. I'd fly over the woods here behind the house till I found them jokers.
Yeah. Okay, the only other one, we've got two more. Free off-grid labor.
Yeah, we actually got some free off-grid labor from Tommy and Ethan.
Off-grid nation and
off-grid kid. And it really surprised me. As soon as they got here, they got out of the car, and I mean, they immediately said, "What can we do?" I said, "Man, you've been riding for 10 hours. Why don't you just take it easy for a moment?" And they go, "No, we want to work now that we're at Deep South." So
they put their shoes on within 10 minutes.
Within 10 minutes of getting here, they had their boots on.
They were ready to go.
Yeah, so we're.
Is Danny's daughter still in the Philippines? It's not Danny's daughter. It's
my
his
sister.
And yes, she still is.
She's still in the Philippines, and they had a pretty big earthquake over there, but it was 400 miles south of her.
Yeah, she's in Manila, and it was, like you said, south of where she's at.
Yeah.
So she's okay.
She should be okay.
But yeah, Tommy and Ethan did a good job while they were here. We had them doing all kinds of stuff, but y'all, if y'all didn't notice, they toted a camera around a lot.
Yeah,
I had to pick. I mean, I had to show them with the camera a good bit because they were filming a lot, and I was filming, but they weren't turning around, turning it on me.
Right.
I tend to do that. I mean, I did that with John and his eating. I was eating probably as many snacks as he was, but he didn't catch me. And with Tommy and Ethan, I was filming as much as they were, but I caught them filming.
Donna said, another manual. My sweet potato one is lonely. We are in the process now of doing an English pea manual, Irish potato manual,
green bean
manual. But the only way we can get these manuals out is I am a fanatic about having step-by-step pictures. And I have to be able to put these, I have to wait till I plant them and get them up and get them growing in order to have the right picture for the manual. That's what's taking me so long is pictures.
Yes. I had some, last year I thought I had pictures from last year that I could use, but most of what I did last year was videos. I didn't do pictures, and I have to have pictures. And so we're having to do, yeah, I know, Tommy, it was kind of bad. You got struck by lightning.
Yeah, they come down here. We had 9 inches of rain that day, I think.
And a lot of lightning.
A lot of lightning.
But yeah, so where were we at? You made me lose track.
Oh, did you lose track?
Yeah, we were talking about Tommy and Ethan, but then I lost track of what you were talking about.
I just laughed at what they were talking about drowning. Thanks to the good Lord. Okay.
Now, we're to our last video, which is our giveaway. We are giving away 2 tickets to the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference in Crossville, Tennessee, May 6th. So you can go back and watch our video, and it'll tell you where where to go. It's the Sweet Potato Manual video.
Yeah.
Share that video and go to the Sweet Potato Manual video and comment underneath it, I want to go to the conference.
Yeah.
And tell us where you shared it. And that way you can win 2 tickets. We're giving them away on the 15th. And is that all?
Yeah,
There's going to be some great people.
There's going to be some great people there. Somebody's want to know are your cookbooks available? Yes, they're going to be available, but Wanda,
they're on
Etsy
right
now, but they won't be here till mid-March because we just reordered because we ran out. But if you want to go ahead and purchase them ahead of time, because they're so expensive for us to buy, we didn't give it just a limited amount.
Yeah.
So,
and I put them up for pre-order on Etsy. Yeah. So if you want to pre-order, you can. Just know I put in the description, you will not receive them till after March 20th. Sometime they'll mail out on the 20th. And we will be signing them and we will be sending them out after the 20th. So if you want to pre-order, that's fine. If you want to wait, that's okay too. And whatever we have left is going to the conference and we'll be selling them there.
Donna wants to know who's going to be taking care of our farm while we're at the conference. We don't know yet. That's one thing that's kind of freaking us out a little bit.
We got 2 neighbors that's volunteered, so
we're not sure. We have a sheep right now that's giving some problems. He's wanting to headbutt us, and he's huge. So we're having to, we're having to work with that and see if we might need to down him or whatever. We're not really sure. So.
She's a bottler, says I can take frames from our videos and use them. I've not figured that out yet. I'm going to have somebody like computer smart, like Empty Hammock come back.
Yeah.
He has arrived. And Hammock's going to have to show me these little, how I take things out and turn them into pictures. I think, Hammock, you can just message me or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make a picture out of a video.
Martin wants to know, are we going to be planting greens this spring?
It'll get too hot.
Well, planting greens in the spring is kind of tricky here. I may plant a small amount, but it gets hot so fast that the bugs eat them up. So we do better in the fall with greens than we do in the spring.
And 2, we've got lettuce.
You got to put up. Oh, y'all go ahead and put up your prayer requests because I didn't realize we were about to run out of time here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and start putting your prayer requests up. We'll keep going for a few more minutes here.
Hammock, when are you putting up the video? Have you decided? I meant to message you. Maybe he'll tell me.
Ginger Rose wants to know, is Bartleman sweet potatoes what we plant? Ginger, I can't tell you the name of the sweet potatoes I grow because I bought these potatoes probably 11 years ago at a little country store up in central Mississippi. And I've kept the same sweet potato draws ever since. So now they're just whatever they are.
Hammock said just randomly start mashing buttons. That's what he does. No, son, you know a lot more about that computer than you let know.
Yeah. Okay.
You did an All God's Children.
I did an All God's Children video this week on the virtuous woman. If you are interested in seeing what God's Word has to say about the virtuous woman, then you can run over to All God's Children and check that out, and leave a comment if you feel like you need to, but just maybe you can get something from God's Word there.
Okay. Are we about?
Oh gosh, what else have we got? Anything else on the list?
I have 2 prayer requests: Lisa Booker and Jay Wallace.
Yeah, there was somebody else. Who was it? I want to continue to pray for Okie Rob because I've seen today his arm is still in a cast or something other. He's having problems with that still from the surgery, I'm sure. There was somebody else we talked about today that needed to be added to the prayer list. I can't remember who it is now. God knows, but
I don't remember. Not right off.
Oh, there was somebody.
So many things go through.
Yeah, we have so many people who call and tell us about prayer requests. I want to continue to remember Patera's husband, James. Dirt Patch.
Yes.
Dirt Patch Heaven. Julie has had the flu. I want to keep her in our prayers because her and John, they're on a trek mission across the country, and when they get sick, that's really it's really hard on them because they're not really home, and they're having to try to do the best they can where they're at. And so I want to keep Julie in our prayers too.
Hammock said our video's coming along nicely. He's still working on it.
Okay.
Great.
Cool.
That's
Great.
what I was wondering. Okay. Anybody else? Danny. Keep Danny in your prayers because he does have a lot of issues.
I have a lot of physical issues. And plus, I'm going to be climbing up on top of a 26-foot high chimney this week. working on the pipe up there. So
And he's not getting me up there.
So keep me in your prayers as I'm working high up in the air up there. I don't like doing it now. I used to do it all the time, but now it's just become one of them things that I've got to do it in order to put my pipe in my heater here.
Yeah, and just praying that somebody comes along, one of the neighbors, to help with that, because this one is not looking forward to the pipe.
No.
I'm really not, and I'm worried about the whole issue. So I'm praying God just put somebody in his path in the next couple of days to help with this pipe so we can swap it all out.
Yeah. Well, y'all, look, we need to go ahead and have our prayer because I don't want to cut over into Zach's time any. So, Father, we've come to you tonight, Lord. We just want to open our hearts to you, and Lord, we just want to be pure, and we want to be transparent with you. We want to be able to sit here and say, Father, first of all, forgive us where we've failed you in the kingdom of heaven and our fellow brothers in Christ, Lord, and even the people here on our YouTube channel, Father. If there's any way we've failed any of them, we just ask for forgiveness, Father. Lord, it is our desire, and you know that, is to be able to bless the people here that watch and to be able to glorify your kingdom at the same time. Father, these people are so faithful in watching us. They come out weekly to watch us as we do our live stream. They watch us every day as we do our videos. And Father, I just want to stop and take this time right now as they put up all these prayer requests tonight. Lord, that you would look down upon each and every one of them. And Father, they're special to us. And, you know, if they've got sicknesses or ailments in their bodies, Lord, I pray for physical healing for them. And Father, if they have addictions, then I pray for the strongholds to be broke down in their life and for them to be able to be healed of that. And Lord, if they have broken marriages, any of these problems, mental problems, Lord, any types of diseases, I pray in the name of Christ that you would remove these diseases from their bodies, Lord, and heal them and put them back to being a full person once again now. And Lord, I just want to pray for our country. And Father, I'm really concerned about the situation that our country's in because our country did not stop the dividing of the land of Israel. And we were the one who could stop it, and Lord, we didn't. And now I'm afraid that there may be judgment falling upon our country if we don't step in real quick and stop this dividing of the land of Israel. And Father, I do pray for the land of Israel. I pray for God's people over there, and I lift them up to you, Father. They're your people, and I pray that you'll watch over them and take care of them, and that you'll watch over the people here in this country, Lord, our Christian friends and brothers here in this country, and watch over them and keep us safe also, Lord. Father, for the upcoming conference, I pray for that, and I pray that it'll go well, and Lord, that everybody will be able to attend that wants to attend, and Father, that we could just, I noticed tonight a lot of people's getting ready to want to plant gardens and stuff like that. And Father, I pray for the land, for this country, the people who try to garden. I pray for their gardens. I pray, Lord, that they'll produce abundantly so that they'll have the food that they need to keep their families going and keep them fed with good, clean, safe food, Father. Lord, I just want to tell you at this moment how much I appreciate you, how much I love you for showing your grace and your mercy towards Wanda and I and towards the people who watch us here, Father. And I just want to pray that you'll just bless each and every one of them, Father. That's all I can ask for is just bless us. Not that we're worthy, but that you're just a great God and that you love your children, Father. We ask these things in thy name. Amen.
You guys, I want y'all to check out Rain Country Homestead tomorrow with their herb video, and then be looking for mine later in the week. Tuesday, be looking for Danny and I's video with, it'll be a Valentine's video, but it's on marriage. And go check out Tommy Alderman at Alderman Farms on Tuesday. They will be having the other part of the video on their part of it, and we will be doing a collab with them later on marriage.
All right, y'all go watch Zach at American Homestead, and we will see y'all next week. Thank you for watching us tonight.